where revelers come to let their hair down and let the good times roll.
Players, please leave the room if you need to talk.
A rather odd choice of cities, then, for a gathering of those who get their kicks making triple word scores and drawing U's for their Q's. In sober silence, the only sound, the rattling of thousands of little tiles. John Williams, Executive Director of the National Scrabble Association.
We've got over 850 players from 40 states, 5 or 6 different countries, here for a week of non-stop Scrabble, playing for $100,000 in cash, $25,000 first prize.
44.
Like the Olympics, the National Scrabble Championship sports a formidable and highly diverse field.
We've got cab drivers, we've had exotic dancers, a couple of people who actually work for NASA, aerospace engineers. It's really a broad spectrum.
Joel Sherman, a full-time Scrabble player from the Bronx, is here to defend his title. He's known to all as G.I. Joel, the GI signifying his considerable gastrointestinal difficulties. Comedian Matt Graham from New York believes in better Scrabble through chemistry.
This is chlorophyll, just to kind of clean out all the toxins. And this is a B vitamin, which is great for stress. This is pyroglutamic acid, and I really don't know how that works.
There's former national champion David Gibson, a college professor from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Marlon Hill from Baltimore. You're a little different than most of the other players.
I'm a lot different than most of the other players, clearly for the obvious reason, you know. And then I'm sane, you know, so this is, you know, a job to me. You know, I treat it like a job. A job that don't pay nothing. It pays nada, zip, zero, zilch.
Trey Wright, a classical pianist from Los Angeles, is here. And then there's Billy Garber,
12, 13, 14, 15.
an 81-year-old cotton farmer from Arkansas.
When they find out I'm from Arkansas, they think I'm stupid. They say I'm old, and then they think, oh, well, you know, she's just an easy case. And then I trash them, and it makes me feel.
Scrabble, invented by unemployed architect Alfred Butts during the Depression, has never been more popular. With 2 million sets sold last year, more than 200 tournaments, 2 Hollywood Scrabble films in the works, as well as this acclaimed documentary, and this bestseller. Stefan Fatsis wrote it.
For these people, it's a calling. Teasing out the beauty in the language, memorizing these words, making these plays, solving the puzzles, and that's what every game is. It's a puzzle. Solving these puzzles is something that just gives you a great deal of pleasure and a great deal of joy.
Almost all of us have played Scrabble at one time or another, but not with referees.
No more abusive behavior.
Okay, it's not me, it's him.
Here, the refs issue an abusive behavior warning. What? Was he kicking his opponent under the table? The refs also look for cheating.
Why are those 2 flipped over? Just
Cues have been found in pants cuffs and under the table and not found at all.
This is serious, extreme Scrabble. Some wear protective equipment.
Oh yeah, it's cutthroat.
Players are rated. They practice and study several hours a day and chart every letter played. They relax after hours with a game of Scrabble. Or perhaps a round of anagrams. These players know more words than we do. Where we might know 20,000 words, they know like 100,000. They know Earl King, pranged, and blellum. But what is an Earl King? And has it ever pranged a blellum? Who cares? Scrabble players don't care about definitions. They just care that they're words.
And Scrabble meanings are meaningless, which offends a lot of word purists.
YWIS, Ewis, Wyus, Zune? These are words? Where do they find such words? In the official Scrabble Player's Dictionary, and frankly, almost nowhere else. It's almost as if anything you throw down is a word, although it doesn't have to be. Bluffing is perfectly legal, but opponents may challenge you. I'd challenge almost every word. In fact, I'd challenge this whole board. G-O, go. Now that's a real word.
Some of the words that people just shake their heads at are, they don't like the onomatopoeia stuff. You know, they don't like and You know, that
Is 3 M's?
in 2 M's is good, and H and H.
I wondered how you spelled.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
And HM is good, and HMM is good. So
MMM is also good?
no, MMM is not good.
At the end of 4 days of nonstop Scrabble action, the field is trimmed to 3 of the game's greats: David Gibson, Chris Cree, and Trey Wright, who compete in highly intense games. Look at Trey hooking dabbles into 4 other words. And when Chris Cree makes one wrong move, he's out.
No, he played
So tomorrow's final match shapes up as Trey, the handsome young piano virtuoso with a creative offensive style, against mild-mannered Professor David Gibson, a defensive specialist and a true Scrabble scholar. Catch all the sizzling Scrabble action later this Sunday morning. That's a word. Look it up. 4 days of nonstop Scrabble action, the field of 850 of the world's best players has been winnowed to Trey Wright, handsome young piano virtuoso, and Professor David Gibson, a mild-mannered Scrabble scholar. The final match amounts to the World Series of Scrabble, a best-of-5 set recorded by ESPN.
I'm told that Gibson has never beaten Trey in a tournament game.
And simulcast to a standing room only crowd of rabid fans. Who knew? Scrabble is a spectator sport.
It looks like we're ready to rumble.
The game is on. Let the tiles fall where they may.
And Trey Wright gets the first bingo down.
The words, the strategy, it's all Greek to me.
Oh, no.
Oh, David's got a great rant.
Oh, no, not Trey.
No.
Because he's opening up the P, he's allowing...
He's blowing this game.
I'm not even sure when to clap. Trey sprints out to a 2-0 lead, showing excellent board vision and good tile management, I'm told.
Part of that is attributable to Trey's excellent defensive play of id.
In the third do-or-die game, David plays 3-letter words, keeping the board tight and leaving little room for Trey to operate. But Trey plays wackiest, or is it lakiest, for 81 points.
Wow.
And cat, Q-A-T. These guys probably spell dog Q-O-G. David vowel dumps to achieve rack balance, but it's too late. Trey has the last word.
It's been a pleasure.
Using all 7 of his letters for a 50-point bonus, spelling Teopans. Don't bother, it's not in Webster's.
Nice.
And when Trey's girlfriend hugs his sister, even I realize that he's the new National Scrabble champion.
Trey Wright, everybody.
And for the first time in a week, Trey Wright is at a loss for words.